What up? What up? What up, world? We are back. I know we missed on Friday. I'm sorry, wasn't feeling great. Now I'm back here on a Sunday for week 8. We are now watching the Jaguars versus Broncos. They just hit halftime. I'll try to give you some updates, but this game has been pretty feels one-sided even though it's 10-7. But either way, game is going on. Other than that, I'm going to give you guys, today some storylines, some injury news, some actives and inactives at 11:30. We're going to do some DFS value picks as well. We're also going to be doing just any of your start sit questions. Just throw them in the chat. Right now, the biggest news that I just got was Darren Waller will be inactive today. So if you have Darren Waller, make sure you guys take him out of your lineup. Also, just got news Gus Edwards' hamstring injury looks like it will be fine. So, anyway, so we will move right along and get into some stuff right now. Dr. Clutch, what's up? Good morning, man. How's it going? Good, man. Hope everything's good with you as well. Feeling a lot better after the last few days. So let's get right into it. We got some of our sponsors to promote right now. We got Underdog Fantasy right up here in the corner. Make sure you guys are using the promo code Get Right, and when you do, they will match your deposit up to $100. There's all different types of stuff right now between the pick'ems, rivalry picks, things like that. So make sure you guys use the promo code Get Right at your first deposit, and they will match you up to $100. Make sure you guys also check out our other sponsor right here with the commercial from before with TrophySmack.com. Make sure you guys are using the promo code at checkout. Get Right at checkout. They have all different types of things: chains, rings, trophies. I'll show you guys that stuff later on in the show. Also, make sure you check out our good friends right here, the Fantasy Frontline in the house. What's up, Fantasy Frontline? What's up, Tim and/or AJ? Hope you guys are doing well. Neanderthal in the house. What's going on? So make sure you guys check out the Fantasy Frontline podcast. They had a show last night with hosts Tim and AJ. Check them out on YouTube and on Twitter. They are usually live on Wednesdays and or Saturdays. So make sure you guys check them out. All the links are in the description. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you guys check out the Check Down podcast as well with Cody McGoats. They stream 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. Right here on Get Right on Wednesdays as well. So we got a lot going on Wednesdays. So make sure you guys check out the link in the description. Also, please make sure you guys check out WagMe Fantasy as well. Check out wagmefantasy.com for great articles and website. Great rankings. Colin puts up great stuff over there. Great podcast as well. Also, make sure you guys sign up for the Winning with WagMe newsletter. Comes out every week. Does a great job with that as well. Whew. Got to get through all that. Then we got Albert in the house. What's up, Albert? Hope everyone's doing well. Like I said, make sure you guys throw your questions in the chat, and we will get to it shortly. Just to break down some news that came out. We already know some players that are out today. Juwan Johnson, Matt Ryan, Marshawn Lattimore, which is big for the Saints. Michael Thomas as well. Jarvis Landry. Chuba Hubbard will be out today as well. AJ Terrell for the Falcons will be out as well. James Conner, as we keep seeing him out with this rib injury. He should be out for another week or so. Deebo Samuel is out as well. Cam Akers, just till the trade deadline. They said he should be back next week. Alan Lazard will be out this week with a shoulder injury. Ryan Tannehill will be out. Will be Malik Willis's first start. And Nico Collins with his groin injury will be out today as well. Like I said in the beginning of the show, Darren Waller will be inactive today. So make sure you take him out of your lineup. And to answer Dr. Clutch's question, got Kelsey on a bye. He's got a 10-man PPR league. Mike Gesicki, Juwan Johnson, Robert Tonyan, Harrison Bryant, maybe Foster Moreau with Waller out. So you got a ton of options to go to. I like all of them for the most part. Juwan Johnson seems like a good option against the the Raiders. Uh, I also don't mind Foster Moreau against the Saints in that same matchup. I do think Harrison Bryant will get an uptick today as well. I would not play Tunyon today. I think Mike Gesicki is the next on that list as well. They've been getting him a little bit more involved, and especially in the red zone. Um, no, you're right. He's out. He is out. Darren Waller is out. So you're completely fine. You gave me the right stuff. No, Juwan Johnson. No, he's fine. I would be fine with Juwan Johnson. I think you're mishearing me. Darren Waller is out. He will be out today. So you are good with all those picks that you just showed me right here. Um, the only one that I don't like out of this group is Robert Tunyon. If I had to rank these in a certain order, it would probably be Jawan, Gesicki, Harrison, Bryant, and Foster Moreau. That's probably about the way that I would rank those guys. Jawan has a good situation. Mike Gesicki, I like as well. He's just a talent, really is. Tunyon, I don't think you can play today, even though they're going to be in negative game script. I just don't see it. Harrison Bryant is another option as well. I do like him because I think he'll get the majority of whatever Njoku is getting. And Foster Moreau is not a bad choice as well. Right now, Adams, I haven't heard anything against the contrary, but it looks like Adams will probably be playing until further notice. So we'll have to check from there. All right. So some more news. Looks like Dalton Schultz is questionable today with a knee injury. He's expected to play as per Adam Scheffler. Also, Devontae Adams listed as questionable. He had, something like the flu. He's feeling better and expected to play today as well, like I just said. Logan Thomas is listed as questionable. He's expected to play. Kind of a shocker. He hasn't been playing most of the year. So good to see him getting back out there. Looks like Tyler Lockett will also be questionable today due to a hamstring injury and a rib injury, but he is expected to play against the Giants. The other big news, which is kind of scary to think, but I guess they're going to try it out. DK Metcalf was carted off last week with a patella tendon injury. A lot of people thought he was going to be out for a few weeks, but it looks like he is listed as questionable and will return from his injury sooner than expected and play versus the Giants. That's per Adam Scheffler. I am a DK Metcalf owner. I am not playing him today. I do not feel comfortable playing DK Metcalf, even if he's going to say that he's playing. One misstep, one miss something, he's done. I'm just not doing it. Looks like Byron Murphy will play today for the Cardinals. He's expected to play. Amon St. Brown looks like he's a full participant on Friday. It looks like he advanced through the concussion protocol and is cleared to play as well. Another two guys that you guys should be keeping your eye on for today: Brandon Cooks, Cam Akers, and the other one would be Kareem Hunt. These three guys I would be very, very cautious with. It looks like Jerry Jeudy's staying. It doesn't look like he's going anywhere. He has a touchdown already today in that Jags Denver game. So for me, I don't think he's going anywhere. But Brandon Cooks, he has a wrist injury, late addition to the injury report. He was a full participant, so he's going to play. But right now he's in trade talk. Well, a lot of teams are looking to trade for him, so his usage might be a little less than what you might want. They're not going to risk him getting hurt. So be very cautious with Brandon Cooks. Cam Akers as well. He's not playing today. They actually healthy scratch. He's already not going to play. But as Adam Scheffler reported, if Cam Akers is not dealt before Tuesday's deadline, he's expected to turn to the Rams and play for them this season. There's also been talk with Kareem Hunt, same concept. Like I said, I would be very cautious with all three of these guys today. If you have them in your team, I would probably not start them. It looks like Cliff Kingsbury told AJ Green, who didn't play a snap last week, will be active today. I don't understand why that's huge news, but it is. Looks like they're just trying to get a rotation going to see what they got. Ezekiel Elliott. This is kind of another big news. A lot of people are trying to figure out what to do with Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard. It looks like he's listed as doubtful. I doubt he plays. There is no way after he took that hit to the knee. So just be aware of that. The only other news that I got is the weather in Seattle. So for Pat Lario, what's going on, man? This is a great game. I'm excited for it. We got the bye week next week. We have good momentum moving into the bye. So really happy. But this game is going to be a wet weather game. It's going to be intermediate rain with 15-mile-an-hour per winds with 25-mile-an-hour wind gusts. This is going to be one of those just, wet Seattle games that you pretty much run the damn ball. And, it's going to be a lot of Daniel Jones and Saquon just running it and short dump passes out to hopefully to Rondell Robinson. And we'll go from there. Looks like the Jacksonville Jaguars Broncos are going to kick off again. They are, wow. The stadium looks almost empty for this game. If you haven't gotten to see it, it looks bad. But so far it's 10-7. Jaguars, touchdown by Evan Ingram and by Jerry Jeudy so far. So make sure you guys check that out. Ethan Holbrook, what's going on, man? He asked the question, Michael Pittman or Tyler Lockett full PPR. Interesting. So this is a tough question for me, honestly. Michael Pittman is getting Sam Ehlinger. For those who don't know, Sam Ehlinger is their, second, their backup technically, coming in for Matt Ryan, who has, issues with his shoulder right now. So they're going to be, quote unquote, benching him for the time being. They said almost for the season. Tyler Lockett's coming in with a little banged up going against the Giants. They're going to probably, that game is going to be hit or miss. And like I said, with the rain, he's not going to get as much deep as you might think. I don't think. I mean, with the injuries he has, I would probably lean more towards Pittman. I mean, even though I like Lockett, I think I'm going to lean more towards Pittman. I think he's the safer play in this scenario. AJ or Tim, what's going on, guys? He says, Tua or Geno today? Who should I roll with? So you got Miami going against, I think Detroit. Just got to pull up my other screen. I've had a whole week, or I've had a whole day off, and I just need to remember who's playing what. Yeah, the Lions. I'd probably swing with Tua today. I think Tua is a good option for today's matchups, to be honest. I know we didn't break down our particular, our normal breakdown on Friday, but 52 over under looks like a lot of points will be scored in this game. So for me, I feel comfortable playing with Tua today over a guy like Geno. Like I said, it's going to be wet. Their rushing floor should be fine for both of those guys. Over under is only 44, and it went down. So I think the weather is going to have a little bit of effect today for that game. So I think the Lions should be a good pick for that game as well. So yeah, there you go, Tua. Patrick Lario going with the Giants, and I have no options today. Only person I have iffy with only person I have iffy is Paris Campbell on the bench. I was going to switch him for Kirk, but didn't, and no way Kirk looks. I should should have took the shot. Yeah, I'm playing Kirk in one league too. It is early. It's only the first half, and they're getting into it. Jags had the ball moving down the field. It's 3rd and 1, so maybe they shoot him a pass here. So we'll have to see. Wet weather games for us not are good for us. Not like we have any reliable receivers. Fair point. We'll see. Figures now Ingram wants to catch balls. Yeah, well, he's always been good. I've always been contrary to that particular narrative with him. He's actually been a good pass catcher, but that's just me. Problem with Ehlinger is he likes to scramble. Yeah, he's not much of a passer, so it's kind of hard to trust him. Jonathan Smith, what's going on? What up? I feel like I'm asking this every week, but Amon looking good to go. Yes, he is good to go. Don't worry, Amon is good. Adam Scheffler reported that he cleared. Ian Rappaport said that he cleared and he will play today. So it looks like you are good to go with Amon St. Brown. A lot of dump down. This game, if you guys are watching the Denver game, which I hope that you're watching both, um, in this case, they are just a lot of dump passes. I haven't seen a lot going over the top, so a little odd. And Russ looks nothing like he should. So Dr. Clutch is sitting between Gasecki and Jawan Johnson. Yeah, both are not great options, but I think I would probably lean Gasecki just because of the matchup. It's a better matchup if you're gonna pick between those guys. So just seeing if there's any other news. No news. Yeah, wishing I had that. Jerk. I figured it's you. I always figure it's you. I just want to make sure because I know you guys both are there. So, Jonathan Smith, is Gabe Davis good start today, even with the probability of negative game script? Yeah, they don't really. Honestly, Denver doesn't adhere to the negative game script narrative. If they're in positive game script, so let's just say they're winning, they're going to still throw the damn ball. Gabe Davis, I think, is a good play today. I mean, they're either going to focus all on Diggs or they all got to focus on Gabe. So, honestly, the Packers do have a pretty decent secondary considering, their team is actually pretty good on the outside. Good safeties, good corners. But for me, honestly, I like all the receiving options today for the Bills. They've been off on a bye week. They've had some time to gather themselves, and I honestly think they will be fine. So good. As long as so Jonathan Smith says, and yes, this game is horrible, but I have ETN. As long as you have ETN in this game, it is fine. ETN has been playing very well in his new role. He's getting an uptick in snaps, but like I said, and one guy that you might want to think about is Jermichael Hasty. He is still getting involved at, not at the same clip as James Robinson, but he looks a little more explosive, looks a little bit more, he looks better. So Hasty's in there too, taking some snaps, but just be aware of that. Patrick goes, how do you feel about the London games? I'm not crazy about them. The only thing I like is that the Giants are undefeated in London. Yeah, no, I don't mind the London games. I mean, it's a nice little, it's good to expand the market. I mean, they're going to have, I think there's a game in Germany this year. I forgot what day and what particular week, but they have that going as well. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, it's a little taxing on the players, but Broncos are out on a bye next week, so I don't think they mind at all. So, Dr. Clutch, running back and flex spot. So he goes Montgomery, Najee, Deontay, or Garrett Wilson. Interesting. So for the running back spot, I'd probably go with. I feel more comfortable with Montgomery, even though Khalil Herbert is taking a lot of run. I think that for that game, they're going to have to run the ball just to keep somewhat close and keep the offense off the field. But that Cowboys defense, man, is something. The Steelers are going against the Eagles, which is another matchup that I don't like. I think I have Harris where did I put him? Yeah, I have Najee at 23 and Montgomery at 22. So I don't like either one of these guys. But for me, if you're going to have to pick a running back, I'd probably lean towards Najee, Montgomery, not Najee. I'd probably go Montgomery just because of the offense. They run more. I think they're going to have to run the ball a little more. So it's going to just be, 15 for 65 or something like that. But at the end of the day, he has the higher probability for a touchdown, in my opinion. And then if you have to go with the wide receiver, I mean, Deontay is the better option, even though it's a worse lineup. But I do not mind playing Garrett Wilson today in the matchup that they have against the Patriots. Patriots haven't looked that good. Jets are kind of moving along. Elijah Moore. Sorry about that. Elijah Moore is coming back today, so Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, you know, it is what it is. Honestly, I think Garrett Wilson might be your best bet, just because Eagles do lock down the wide receiver real well. Oh no, Denver in there, in their end zone. All right, they got out. Russ does not look like himself, guys. Just if you have him, get rid of him. Not in the same league cap PPR. For okay, yeah, like I said, I would probably stick with. I, it's hard to tell you to play someone. I don't even think I would play Najee as the other flex option. I don't like anyone in that game. Like I think the Eagles are going to take that game by a lot. Um, yeah, I gotta go Garrett Wilson. It will give you, I guess, the better, better scenario. Yeah. See, Tim goes probably Najee for me. Clutch, not confident with any of them though. Yeah, it's the same concept for me. So the over under for Derrick Henry getting 30 points today. Ooh, I want to say over because I have him in my dynasty league and that's where I like him. Um, but honestly, I don't know. Um, I might want to go under just to be safe because 30 is a high number. Patrick going, this football season has been amazing. All three of my teams, Giants, Tennessee, and Vols, and fantasy teams have been on a 3-game win streak. It's never happened to me in this week playing for the first place. Nice. Good for you, brother. Good luck. Looks like Greg Dolch is doing something. I got an offer for him. Don't know don't know how I feel about it yet. Wilson, if you're watching. John Smith goes, and I hope your Giants win this week, but I'm gonna need a good game from Kenneth Walker. Anyways, hey man, I want a good game from Kenny Walker too. I mean, he's a good player. I don't mind I don't mind if Kenny Walker does well and they lose. Inside. Oh my god, that made no sense. Russ is really. There's something about Russ that's really annoying me right now. He had Sutton wide open across the middle at 10 yards deep. Could have got the first down and just dumps it off to Judy on the outside. Sutton was wide open. He faked his DB out of his shorts. Oh my god. Anyway, fantasy frontline going. I hit on it a little last night about how but how are you feeling about Malik Willis in this first start over under 15? I mean, this is a good start for him against Houston. Right now the line is at 39 points. So for me, or 39 and a half. So for me, they expect a low total regardless. Yeah. Yeah. Um, oh, freaking Greg Dolch on the one. Great catch though. I'll give him that. Greg Dolch. I should have maybe I should accept Wilson's offer. Um anyway, I think he'll do okay today. I think his rushing floor is something that will keep him up there. I think he's going to be more of a RPO type guy, and they hold. Yep. I think he'll be more of an RPO guy. Um, so I'd probably say under 15 points, but he'll be right at that 15 line. I think that's a good line for him. But I feel good about him today. I mean, Houston's one of the bottom defenses in the league. Why not? So Patrick goes, you think the Giants are going to land Judy? We have a shot and in on Hunt. I say we go after someone good and give up a third and, just watch the phony Tony. And yeah, honestly, I don't think we are going to get Judy. I think Judy's staying put. I think they listen to offers. Looks like Melvin Gordon just scored a touchdown. Um, yeah, I don't think they trade Judy. They wouldn't be using him to the extent that they are right now. Um, so yeah, Yeah, I'm not touching him right now. Damn, I was going to pick up Dolchich instead I took Gesicki while my tight end on a bye. Yeah, it's hard to trust a guy that's a rookie that was hurt for the first half of the season, and then you see him doing what he's doing now. I mean, it's his first read though. Like that's what keeps bugging the hell out of me. It's literally Russ literally turns and throws to the guy instead of looking anywhere. Yeah, he just split the DB there. Yeah, it was a good play. Either way, good play. Looks good. Yeah, I can agree with this actually. He looks like a top 10 rest of the season. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. So Jonathan Smith said, I saw some Giants pages hinting that you guys are trying to pick up Michael Thomas. Have you heard that? No, I have not, and I don't want to hear that. I hope they don't. Honestly, I don't. I would rather have Brandon Cooks. I know that Brandon Cooks is in talks for the Giants. Hard part with that, we're getting a 29-year-old wide receiver. He's been consistent, 1,000-yard seasons every year. I like Brandon Cooks a lot. He's the one, but he wants to go to a contender. Giants are a contender right now. After their bye, we'll have to wait and see. But they're 6-1 right now. But it's based on uh, his view of a contender. I've heard the Rams as an option. I've heard the Bills. I've heard what was the other team? Yeah, I forgot offhand the other team. But either way, I mean, if the Bills are in the conversation, I mean that just it screws us. So Jonathan Smith, it's true. Not hard to be a top 10 tight end this season. You just got to get an average of 6 points a game. No, I agree with you. For me, it's the same thing. I pretty much, I've been saying it from day one. I had Kyle Pitts outside my top 10. I actually had him. I mean, I had him ranked at tight end, I think 7 at the beginning of the year. But I have a bet with him being outside the top 8. So, at least I have that one right. I've been doing well on that. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But we're getting close to actives and inactives. So I'll be able to get you guys everything that you need when it comes to actives and inactives. Hopefully they come out soon. While I'm waiting, make sure you guys check out the Check Down podcast with Cody McGoats. Make sure you guys check them out every Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. Make sure you guys also check out WagMe Fantasy with Colin. He has a great website for all those who haven't checked it out. Make sure you guys do. Great articles, great website, good rankings as well. Be sure to sign up for the Winning with WagMe newsletter as well. Great group of guys. And also Tim, who's been here helping me out in the chat as well. Tim and AJ, great group. They had a podcast yesterday, had a show, and, always doing a great job with that stuff. So make sure you guys check them out. Also, make sure you guys check out Trophy Smack right here. They have all different types of trophies as well. They also have some stuff like this.
Does your league hold the loser prize just as important as the winner? Then you need TrophySmack.com. Get your loser gear and winner gear at TrophySmack.com. Get yours today. Click now and go to TrophySmack.com.
See, they have loser trophies as well. Always a good thing to find for those who like those types of leagues. Also, make sure you guys check out our 600 subscriber giveaway. We are giving away a signed Gabriel Davis jersey. So make sure you guys check that out as well. Make sure, I think we're only 35 away, something like that. So make sure you guys check out our 600 subscriber giveaway. Make sure you get your friends involved. Get everybody signed up. We want a new subscriber every day. So make sure you guys do that. We had another giveaway we were going to do. It was going to be a Kadarius Toney jersey, but unfortunately, he changed teams. So I have a new jersey that I have to sell. Jonathan Smith says, is Mostert a play today at like a flex spot over Boyd? Ooh, I don't know if I'd play him over Boyd. I do like him, though. I think Mostert is a good play. Normally, I would take the Normally, I would take the running back over the wide receiver. just because, like, I'd rather be guaranteed the touches compared to not. So, all right, they're getting me a list. Don't worry, John. I won't forget you. You're right here. So it looks like Jarvis Landry, Michael Thomas, Marshawn Lattimore, Adam Troutman are all inactive today. So that's good for your Jawan Johnson if that's what you're looking to do. Jets inactives, they have Corey Davis is going to be out today. Ooh, that's actually interesting. Corey Davis being out is very interesting. So that Garrett Wilson pick I like a lot more now that you mention it. So Corey Davis will be out today. Breaking news. Looks like Amon St. Brown is official. He will be in. He will be active today. Looks like Kyle Duggar will be out for the Patriots. It is official. Ezekiel Elliott is going to be out today for the Cowboys. It looks like officially Darren Waller will be out today as well. Trying to see because I remember. Oh, Noah Brown will be inactive today as well. For those who are in deeper leagues, Noah Brown will be out today. I was looking to see if they had Micah Parsons on that list because he was hurt as well. Starting left tackle for the Cardinals is inactive today. DJ Humphries will be out today. Ooh, that does not look good for the Cardinals. The Cardinals also have both kickers active for today's game. So they have Blankenship and Matthew Prater. Both will be active. Ooh, that was a hit to ETN. Are they flagging that? I hope so. All right, so Humphreys is out. Swift is active as well. So if you have Swift, he is active as well. Xavier Howard will be active today as well, but he's been hurt everywhere. Myles Gaskin will be inactive for those who care. He is inactive as well. So that Mostert pick looking better and better. Ethan just got hit hard. Looks like he's fine though. No issues, not being looked at. You got a hit right to the temple. So is Mostert a play today? Yeah, and I agree with what Tim is saying here. Yeah, he was mine too. He was my big pick, but I'm going to agree with Tim here. It's kind of hard to start Boyd over other people. I like Barr. I like Boyd a lot today, even though Mostert I like too. I think Mostert's more of a DFS pick. But honestly, I don't mind Boyd today at all. So coming from Field Yates, he likes to. Oh, looks like James Conner is out. Wow, holy crap! So for the Cardinals, for those that pay attention or actually care, Cardinals are losing Max Garcia. They already lost Justin Pugh, DJ Humphries, and Rodney Hudson. That's their whole line. Let's just be clear. That is their line right now. So I would be very hesitant to use anyone on the Cardinals today other than, certain people. But I don't even think I'd play Benjamin today. I think is going to take a quick dive on my rankings because that is sad news. Actually, and we all know that Call of Duty came out, 2 days ago? Yeah, 2 days ago. So this is an away game. So we'll have to wait and see. But the official actives and inactives. Amon St. Brown will be active. Devontae Adams, active. Dalton Schultz, active. Micah Parsons, active. Nelson Aguilar, for people who care, active. Matt Prater, active. Inactives will be Ezekiel Elliott, Joe Flacco, Corey Davis, Darren Waller. So we just went through all the actives and inactives. I will do my best. If you aren't sure, please let me know. Oh, Ian Rappaport just tweeted out a whole bunch of stuff. So for those who aren't on Twitter, get on Twitter. It's the best way to find out who's active and inactive other than here. Just link up with Ian Rappaport. He'll pretty much get you the news that you need right away. So Jonathan Smith saying, so would you go Boyd or Olave? Boyd. Boyd all day. I like Boyd just so much better. I like Olave, but I think Boyd is more consistent. I feel bad for those leagues who need yeah. See, this is where me and AJ or me and Tim will differ. I like Boyd better. Boyd going against Cleveland is a better matchup against that than the Raiders. The Raiders, the over under is 48.5. Not a bad, not a bad over under. 45 for the Browns and Bengals. Honestly, Bengals are, they're projected to have a higher number. Saints right now, I mean, they've been rolling, but I think they're going to just focus all their attention on Olave. I think that the difference is that when you have one person to focus all your attention. Oh, side note, James Robinson is active today. If you wanted to play him, I wouldn't suggest it. I'd give him a week, but James Robinson is active. He's wearing number 23 for the Jets today. Chuba Hubbard is inactive. Just getting that now. So should I so Jonah, what's going on, Jonah? How's everything going, man? Jonah's going, personally, I would go Olave as a must start. Okay. Should I flex Wandell or Michael Carter today? That's a good question. I think both are going to be really useful. I'm flexing Wandell Robinson in one of my leagues. I think Michael Carter's not a bad option here. Just the matchups, okay. I think they're going to probably try to shut down the run to force Zach Wilson to throw the ball. But honestly, I don't mind Wandell. They're probably right neck to neck for me. Yeah, I'm going to go with the weather too. I might go Wandell. I mean, his average depth of target is going to be low today, just because they're going to just keep that ball short and sweet. So it's PPR. I'd probably move a little bit more towards Wandell. But if it's anything half or less, I'd probably go with Michael Carter. Yeah, John Smith. I know, and you're a Saints fan if memory serves me. So you're the best person for that, to be honest. Also, okay. Possible rain is the tiebreaker for me. Yeah, that's where mine is. I'd probably lean a little bit more towards Carter, but like I said, PPR league, I'm probably sticking with Wandell. They'll dump him short, you know, and they'll try to get him involved, with the run game too. So I have personally blocked anyone who offers me a casket in a trade due to PTSD. Yeah, I don't blame you. I had lots of issues with Gaskin. Very upset. Very upset. He was my golden pony last year. He was the guy I wanted to do well and didn't. 3rd and 8. Oh, they're 1 for 6. 8 yards. Oh no. Oh, they just went right after him. Jags are just so good. Such a good pass rush. Jonathan Smith goes, I like Olave. I just don't know how to trust Dalton. But we probably will be down 27 at the half. So that means a lot of targets. Yeah. That's a really tough scenario, Olave or Boyd. I just like Boyd because I think a lot of the pressure is going to go towards T. Higgins in that game. And that will leave Boyd a little bit more open. So that's just my opinion on it. Jonah Archangel goes, I think the window to buy ETN has closed, unfortunately, because I was planning on sending out offers today if he didn't go. I don't know why he wouldn't have gone, but do what he did today. Yeah. Wait. I was planning on sending out offers today if he didn't go and do what he did today. Yeah. I mean, that's the hard part. He's a good player. I was against him in the beginning of the year. Not going to lie. He was one of the players I was very down on. So Patrick goes, great. Why have feeling? I have a feeling that Kirk's gonna screw me today. Sucked last week. Thank God he didn't get in the end zone with the Giants, but I would boosted his score, but I didn't need him. So yeah, I have Kirk in one league, and I've been riding it until further notice. There's just nothing you can do. First two games were really good. I thought that that would continue, but just want to see. Jonathan Smith saying, "I want to see Higgins do well. I feel like he could be a wide receiver one on a lot of teams right now. He is a wide receiver one, and he should be. The guy is a stud. The guy is a huge talent. Honestly, I like him almost. There was an argument in the beginning of the year about Higgins over Chase, and to be honest, I liked Higgins based on his draft price. Also, I think he's a better talent. I for some reason he shows me a lot more. He plays banged up. He goes up for high contested catches. He can, his average depth of target is I got to look that up, but I think it's at least in the 15 to 20. So the guy takes it. I just honestly I like it. I like Higgins a lot. I was going to yell at the TV that last play, like, yes, no, yes, no. Oh my God. Yeah, I've been watching parts of it, but I can imagine that it was a good play. ETM was somehow on my waivers like 2 weeks ago, so I picked him up instantly. What? I want your league. I want to be in your guys' league. I keep hearing all these, situations. Like, geez. Olave is averaging 16.6 fantasy points per game with Dalton as quarterback. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think both are good options. I think Boyd will have a better scenario just because of the concept that he will be he'll have less pressure on him. I think the Raiders are going to try to shut down the pass, try to shut down the run to make it so that they have to pass it. I don't mind Olave. I would probably rank. Let me see where I have them ranked. I would definitely have Boyd higher because I just like Boyd that much. I have T. Higgins at 11, and I have Boyd at 22 or 26. Sorry, 26. I do have Olave at 15. All right, yeah. Like I said, I don't mind Olave. I don't trust Dalton. I have him that high just because of his scenario. Honestly, I mean, you don't have two of the top receivers with you. I like Olave a little bit better in his scenario, but I'm gonna stick with Boyd. I like Boyd way better. I literally traded for Boyd in like 2 leagues. Higgins is my number one drafted player the past few years. They probably will have Ward shadow Higgins and Boyd might be freed up. That's my whole thing. Ward is a good corner, but I do think that they're going to be I think Greedy doesn't play. I think Greedy Williams is going to be traded. So for me, I think they're going to have lesser coverage on him, to be completely honest. And you know what? I'm going to do something because did he? Oh, I thought he kept the trades going. I had Wilson throw me about 10 trades, and I didn't accept any of them. But he did have a trade out there for me for, I think it was Higgins for Lazard. I should have done it already. That's my own fault. Whatever. But yeah, I think Boyd is going to be a good pick. I feel it. I feel it in my loins. I know it. Just trust the process, people. Trust the process. I think it's going to be okay. All right. So let's get into some DFS stuff. For those who are into DFS, for those who want to be involved with DFS, I'd like to go through some value picks today. Also go over some plays that I think will be, well received, to be honest. There's a lot of good choices today. If you don't want to focus on your own team, this is a good way to, help out. So for me, we're going to start with the quarterbacks. We have a lot of options today. One guy that we were talking about that we don't really like but I like the matchup for him, at least in this particular case, is Andy Dalton. Raiders actually have been pretty pretty bad against the pass, to be honest. Wow, Trevor's so good. $7,100, not a bad choice if you want to spend low on a QB. I mean, we got the other guys up here. Josh Allen won't be in here, but you got Jalen Hurts and a few others as well. So for me, I don't mind Andy Dalton here at $7,100 if you want to spend down. Another guy that we discussed before. Another guy that we discussed before as well is Malik Willis. Malik Willis at $6,700 going against Houston today. Not a favor. Well, it's a favorable matchup for Malik. I think they're going to run the ball a lot to kind of keep the pressure off Malik a little bit. But his rushing floor alone makes him a solid play today. Another guy is another backup quarterback that's playing today, which is Taylor Heinicke going against Indianapolis. I think that's going to be another game to kind of put some chips in if you have to. $6,400, good price for him. I think he's a decent play. And another guy I got to kind of just scroll all the way down to the bottom, which I don't understand. And I think he's going to be kind of the big play today. I think almost everybody in your, cash leagues, your tournaments is going to play Sam Ehlinger today. He's 6,000 on FanDuel. So make sure you guys understand that, I think he's even less on DraftKings. I think he's 4,000 on DraftKings. But he is $6,000. He's a starting quarterback in the NFL. He's going to run the ball. He has the ability to scramble and, get out there. So horns up for Sammy. Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, not a bad choice if you're looking for that. So those are my quarterback, value picks. Like I said, you might not want to go with the value picks, but if you want to go with some guys up top, Tua is a good price for 7,700. I think Daniel Jones should be fine at his 75. Russell running. Yeah, that didn't look good. He just went straight down. He didn't even slide for that one. Yeah, Russell doesn't look good coming out of that pocket. He looks good standing there, but then once he got, he didn't have the speed, and he just went straight down. Just sad. At least they're moving the ball. All right, so we're gonna go to the running backs value picks. I mean, you got Derrick Henry in probably one of the best matchups. He goes for 102 every year against the Houston Texans. So if you want to go with the chalk play with that $10,000, you got to pay up a little bit for him. Other guys that I like is Josh Jacobs as well. He's $9,000 on FanDuel. Some value picks. I mean, if you really want to put Jonathan Taylor in that, it's $8,300. I mean, honestly, that's a value if you how you view Jonathan Taylor. Maybe they make it that way to be a little bit better. Use the RPO a little bit. Maybe that will help him out a little bit. But let's go a little bit lower on the list. And we're going to go to $6,400 for Deontay Foreman. Looks like Deontay Foreman is going to just literally be running this backfield going against Atlanta. They're very favorable against the run, so I do not mind this play at all. He did well last week. Another guy that I really like today is Tony Pollard going against the Chicago Bears, $6,300. I mean, I think Pollard's going to be the high choice. I think this combination of Foreman and Pollard is going to be used everywhere. So that's my caveat, is you might not want to do this play just because of the concept that it's going to be everywhere. But those are two guys that I like a lot. Another one that I got is Brian Robinson going against Indy. I mean, $6,000 is a cheap price for him. They use him often. Honestly, this is not a bad play. And right now, as they say, against the running back 20th against, I don't mind this play. Also, Raheem Mostert. We talked about him before. Raheem Mostert is at $6,800. He is somebody that I also like today against the Detroit Lions. I mean, his 6,800 price point is actually pretty good considering, his scenario. So, Jonah goes, I forgot to ask earlier. as a follow-up. But Najee or Wandell, that's sad. First, let's put that out there. It's sad that we even have to ask this question. You drafted Najee as a first-round draft pick or a second-round draft pick. And now you're asking a wide receiver that was probably a free agent pickup. Sad. I'd probably go Wandell because of the matchup. So if you look at the numbers, Seattle is actually pretty good against the pass. They have two really good outside corners. They're actually built like what they used to be with Richard Sherman on the outside, like 6'2", 200-pound guys on the outside. But their nickel corner is not that good. Well, I'm glad you drafted Rondell, but I'm saying you probably drafted him way later than Najee. I'm glad you drafted Wandell. Honestly, I think Wandell is a good choice. I picked Tony up and then dropped him, and anyway. But Wandell, I think, is a good pick. I think Wandell is the better option. I think Najee is going to get swallowed up by that Eagles front. Eagles defensive line is way better than the Steelers offensive line. And I think they're going to just force them to throw the ball. And when you throw it, it's bad. So if you got the Eagles defense, use them. I think the Eagles defense is probably let's see how much the Eagles are worth today. Yeah, I'd probably pay up for the Eagles today. In a lot of scenarios. All right, so we went through the running backs. Let's go through the wide receiver options right now. Tim is agreeing with me, Wandell, laughing at the concept that you're playing someone that you drafted real late or not at all. But let's look at the wide receiver options. We have Cooper Kupp as the $9,300 guy at the top. Good group of guys up here. If you want to take DeAndre Hopkins as a value at $7,900, that's not bad at all. But we're going to look a little bit lower on the chart, and it looks like, and this is one that I like probably more than most. I think a lot of people would not agree that this is a value pick, but I'm going to go with DJ Moore at the $6,200. If you can get DJ Moore in this, I would play him. Atlanta is horrible against the pass. They have been for the last 3 weeks. They have been for the whole year. I am going with DJ Moore. DJ Moore is a great pick. I'm even going to throw him in this lineup that we're going to make because I think DJ Moore is a solid pickup. Another guy is Brandon Ayuk, $6,700. I have Brandon Ayuk everywhere today. Like, he is my favorite play of the day. With Debo out, with just his whole scenario is just, oh my God, ETN, go, go, go. Wow. ETN just had a big run. But I do like Brandon Ayuk a lot in this matchup. Next, Wandell Robinson. We were just talking about him, man. $5,900. I mean, that's a steal in this particular, matchup. I do like it. $5,900. Go for it. Another guy that I like a lot, and especially because I know that I would have liked him a little more if Devontae Adams was out. But I do like Matt Collins here. Matt Collins at $5,600. I mean, he's the same price as Renfro. I think he's a little bit of a better option. They use him a little bit more. They've gotten him involved. I like this. I really do like this. Nice. Wow. Is it me or is Christian Kirk just, for some reason, they're not – I haven't seen him out on the field. I keep seeing him as a punt returner. I see a lot of Zay Jones and Evan Ingram with Marvin in there. It's crazy. Another option is – I already mentioned DeAndre. So those are my options for wide receiver. I think those are great options. So I can afford not to start Najee. I have Saquon, Lenny, and Pierce as my other running backs with Brees Hall. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Just you don't need to play Najee. I actually asked a friend in my league, I'm like, I was looking to trade for Najee, and it wasn't for this week. It was for the future. I needed just like a fourth running back just to kind of, you know, every so often use for bye weeks and so on and so forth. And he's like, "So what are you looking for?" I'm like, a 10th or, a 10th round pick or lower. And he's like, "I'll think about it." Yeah. We're at that point, man. He just crappy O line. I told you guys at the beginning of the year, O line is what makes your team. If your O line sucks, your team will suck. So anyway, let's move it forward. We got tight end values to go with. We got Zach Ertz at $6,000. I'm going to tell you guys every week, pretty much for DFS, Zach Ertz is your pick. He honestly is one of those people that is just consistent, anywhere between 5 to 12 points every week. I like him a lot. Tyler Higbee right below him at 6,000 is not a bad choice either. Did very well against San Francisco last time they played. Pat Fryermuth, the Muth at $5,700. He is a great choice as well. Wow. Yeah, this is the second time. I think there's something going on. I think Kirk might get traded or something, or he's hurt, because I have not seen Christian Kirk on the field. So this is eye-opening for me. I kind of want to look at the snap counts now, because I'm a little discouraged that I don't see Christian Kirk out there. I see a lot of Zay Jones. I see a lot of Evan Ingram. So this is kind of bothering me a little bit. And I'm sorry that I'm taking time to look at it. And I know, Patrick, if you're watching, we both are a little peeved off. No, he's playing 97% last week. Interesting. Very interesting. It's like he's not even there. So Archangel goes, Najee has a great schedule for the end of the season. He has Baltimore, Baltimore, Carolina, Baltimore, and the Browns. I don't even count the Browns because, yeah. Baltimore, yes, to an extent. They will get Mike Pierce back before that, I think. And if that's the case, I think their defensive front is better. So I don't even see that as good. I think week 17 is the only one that you can afford to, like in any shape, way, or form. So, yeah. And for my last tight end option, so this one, I think, I don't understand why he's so priced low. Irv Smith at 5,000. I'm using Irv Smith everywhere because his price point is just perfect. So for me, I love this pick, Irv Smith. So for my defensive value picks, strangely enough, the Eagles are a value at $4,600. They're, the third highest, but for now, it's not a bad. Oh, good brat. Not a bad price point for them. I do like San Francisco as well at 54 or 44. Let me try that again. At $4,500. Jesus Christ, why can't I speak? And that's why I just lost 5 people. So I do like San Francisco a lot here in this matchup. If you want to spend down, some groups to look at, I do like the Cincinnati Bengals in their particular scenario. Where are they? Oh, sorry, you can't use Cincy. I do like the Colts. I do like the Washington Commanders. I think both are good options. It's just what you're willing to spend. For me, I'd probably go with the Washington Commanders just to spend down a little bit to kind of spend up on all my others. Running back wise, I mean, if I really wanted to try, I mean, I could probably try to make a lineup that I would have someone like Kenneth Walker, Josh Jacobs. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go with Josh Jacobs because for some reason, I'm just really high on him this year. I'm going to keep him going. I'm going to throw in. I think I'm going to throw in Deontay. Or no, I'm going to go Tony Pollard here, even though it's going to be a chalk play. I like Tony Pollard in this matchup. Quarterback wise, I think I'm going to go with. I can't go with PJ Walker. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. I think I'm going to go to a Tagovailoa here and go with Jalen Waddle as my second option. I like going with the number 2 option for wide receivers if I'm going to go that route. And then why don't we go with my buddy that I was talking about before with Brandon Ayuk? I think Brandon Ayuk is going to be a great play today for those who, are excited about that game. Leaves us with $7,900, which I think is a good price point right now. And let's see what we got. 7,900 leaves us with DeAndre Hopkins, which is another good matchup. Alvin Kamara. These are all great picks for me this week. I think I'm going to go with the running back here with Alvin Kamara. I don't have him anywhere. So I really wanted to see how this works. And I like this lineup. So here's the lineup I have in for today for my DFS picks. We got Tua Tagovailoa, Jacobs, good old Josh Jacobs with Tony Pollard, DJ Moore, Jalen Waddle, Brandon Ayuk, Irv Smith, Alvin Kamara, and the Washington Commanders. So those are great options if you don't have them already. So that's my DFS portion of this whole thing. Coming back to you here. Jags, Baltimore, or the Jags versus Denver Broncos. I mean, right now, doing well. That was a very weird camera. For those who had the camera on the game, I mean, they just showed, a couple and didn't make sense. So it is 14-10 Denver. So right now, I mean, the score does not reflect how the game is going. Jags look very good, but the Denver defense is looked a tad better. Russell has looked very wow. Russell just looks like a statue that can't move. His feet just look, he just looks like he can't go anywhere. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not liking what Russell does in the pocket, man. He's not doing anything. He's just sitting there waiting. I mean, Sutton's been very seldomly targeted. It just makes no sense. And the Jags are stopping everything against the run. Just, you got, I know that you're up by 4, but come on. Pass the damn ball to Sutton. Sutton with 2.8, well, 1.8 points in most leagues. My league, he gets a point for the tackle he had. Just disappointing. So for those who still are watching, make sure you guys, if you have any other questions, throw them in the chat. Make sure you guys check out our sponsor right here with TrophySmack.com. They got rings. They got trophies. They got chains. I mean, look at all that. Oh, my God. Best throw I've seen from Russ in a while, and he dropped it. They also got their belts as well. So make sure you guys check them out. Great website, great, product. So make sure you guys use the promo code GETRIGHT, and they will give you a little something. So Jonah goes, what's your thoughts on Miles Sanders for Judy? I mean, I'd rather have Miles Sanders in this particular equation. Judy, I don't mind, but the way that Russ is playing, the way that they're using their offense, the way that they're doing things in general, I don't know how, I just don't like. I'm a big fan of Cortland Sutton, but right now I just don't trust it. Like, I don't trust what they're doing. I don't trust how he's being used. I'm a little disappointed because you probably drafted Sutton pretty high and been holding out hope. I had a friend text me 2 minutes ago. He's like, "You wishing you had more productive Broncos wide receiver?" Like, yeah, I do. So it is what it is. Honestly, I just think that um, I think Miles Sanders is just better rest of season, better team. They're going to be in better game script. He might not give you 100 points, but he'll be steady. Good old steady Eddie. Oh, there we go. Christian Kirk finally caught the damn ball. Sorry. Biased here. And he looked like he hurt his shoulder on the play too. Finally opens up the middle. It's a good play. Good play. So yeah, for this question, I'm going to go with Miles Sanders. I'd rather be on the Miles Sanders side of things. So I don't know if I would do that unless you really need wide receiver. And honestly, I think you could do better than Judy. Damn, ETN looking good, man. Just looking good. Just making me eat a lot of crow for that pick. I actually, in one league, I picked ETN because of the concept that I wanted to do something different. Holy crap. 21 carries, 151 yards, and 3 for 6. See, that I don't get. They're not using him in the passing game. They're running him, which I am very shocked about. They are actually running him compared to, using him in the pass game. Oh, a reverse. Oh, that was a good play. Hit the Is that the second time a ref's been hit in the face? Just threw the ball right at his face. All right. Let's get these published. Need my rankings published before we get them out there. Let me just double check my my stuff. I feel like I got everybody out that needed to be out, but you know how that goes. Looks like Jags are on the 4-yard line, running it in. ETN on the 1. Good run by ETN right there. Solid run. He looks strong on that. Good play by ETN. It's starting to rain there, it looks like. They got some intermediate rain. Looks like it's going to be a little wet. Like I said, it's going to probably be a little wet in the Seattle Giants game as well. So, like I said, passing might be a little bit difficult, but I think the short dump passes will be fine. ETN, come on. Oh, just missed it. Still on the half-yard line. Very close to getting in. So, if he were to get in, he will have he's having a great day, but he'll have a better day if he gets in. Just taking out a few players that I haven't yet. Oh, for those who are big kicker fans like I am, Chris Boswell will be out today too. Chris Boswell will be out for the game, and they are using Nick Scabey, something like that. Is he in? ETN? Touchdown? Yes, Travis Etienne with a touchdown. All right, well, this is going to force them to go at least for the field goal to tie. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. But ETN with the score from the 1-yard line. Wow, just fit it in. Wow. So good luck, guys. Good luck, Patrick. He says, I'll need it today. Go Big Blue Wrecking Crew. Our D needs to come up big today and force a lot of turnovers. Perfect weather for it. I agree. Jonathan Smith going, my boy ETN. That's right. ETN doing well today. 156 yards on 24 carries, 1 touchdown, averaging 6 yards per carry. I think it was a smart move on the Jaguars to do what they did. I am a huge James Robinson fan, so for me, this is hard for me to say. Um, so yeah, this is this is gonna be something. So Denver has about 3 minutes, 54 seconds to go down the field. And yeah, they can tie it up or score the touchdown. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Yeah, I was a huge fan of James Robinson from the beginning. I've always been a big fan. Uh, we'll see how he does in New York. I think that it was a good move for the Jets to do. I think he's a solid running back. I think he needs a little bit of help. But I think that the Achilles injury is what's making it a little bit more difficult for him to do what he does or what he did. But he's a solid player. So hopefully he can do well. Like Jonathan says, hopefully he can do well in New York. Uh, thanks. Thanks. Do well. At least you're picking on the right or the other New York team and not mine. I had him early 2 years ago on waivers, and he won me my league. Yeah, that's where a lot of people feel about James Robinson. They won a league, or they did well, or they got down to the last minute. They did something with James Robinson that made them love him so much. I had him too. I traded for him. He helped me win, or at least get third, I think it was, and helped me out of a tough spot. So honestly, I love James Robinson. I think he's a great player. He's one of those guys, man, that just it is what it is. I don't consider the Giants New Jersey anymore. Don't worry. I've always had the Jets more of a Jersey team than the Giants, to be honest. It's still funny. A lot of people feel that way. Oh, now you go over the top. Jeez. Now you go to Hamler. That was a good throw by Russ. Finally doing something he normally doesn't do, which is pass it over the top. Last few plays, he's been dumping it underneath, and that play he goes for 49 yards deep to KJ Hamler. One-on-one on the outside. Just got him on a go route, and Hamler just burned him. The throw was a little underneath, but he actually had a good throw on it. I don't know why they wasted like 15 seconds off the clock to call a timeout. Makes no sense. Yeah. Jonah goes, I was just offered Kittle for Bateman in Dynasty. What are your thoughts? Ooh, Kittle for Bateman. So you have Bateman going for Kittle. Come on, Sutton. Oh, God. How long you going to be on for? I'd say another 15 minutes, man. I might try to finish out this game. So if you want to join, let me know. I can send you the link. Just give me a sec. But man, this just hurts. Just Sutton had one right in his hands. So Jonah goes, my tight ends are Robert Tonyan and Hawkinson. So you have two pretty much wow, you have two really young, you have pretty decently young tight ends, and you were offered Kittle. That's a really good question. Hold on one sec, guys. Yeah. I don't think I would do it. I think I would keep Bateman for now. I think Bateman's younger. He'll be in a better scenario. I like Bateman. Give me one sec, everybody. Just trying to grab our good friend here. Martin. See if he can come join us. But yeah, for me, I'd stick with Bateman and just go with that. As long as it's not Sutton, I can't with Russ and him. Sutton is such a great player, and he can't get good production. I know, it's sad. Robert Navarro, what's going on, Robert? Glad for you to join us. Hope everything's going well. He says, how's it going? Good, man. Pick 2, please. Pittman, DJ Moore, or Tyler Boyd. I'm going to go DJ Moore and Tyler Boyd today. I like both guys today. I think both will do well. I do think that DJ Moore will see a huge target share. I mean, there's no one else there. Even though they might only pass like 20, 30, 20, 25 times, I think he'll get a good majority of those and still have a good game against Atlanta. With AJ Tyrell out, I really think that they're going to even have a better game against that. I think Tyler Boyd is also a phenomenal pick. I've been a huge fan of him from the start. So Tyler Boyd it is. So, okay. So you throw in your wide receivers too. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. So the wide receivers right now are Pittman, Lockett, Bateman, and Wandell. Yeah, I don't think I would give up Pittman. Or sorry, I don't think I would give up Bateman for Kittle. I do like Kittle. I'm a big fan. I think Kittle's going to go off today. But I think Hawk and Tunyon are fine. If I do get Martin on here, so Martin, if you're still watching, if you want to join, Martin's a little bit better with Dynasty. For me, I just Bateman has a better outlook. I mean, tight ends, I think he's 29 or 28, something like that. So he's a little bit on the older scale for a tight end. I would probably aim more towards, Tunyon and Hawk. Good ball offenses, moving okay. That's a tough one. And I know the Ravens aren't really a big passing team, so it's hard to trust someone like Bateman. So I don't know, man. I like Bateman more long term than I do someone like Kittle, who's always hurt. It's hard to trust. Tunyon and Hawk have been pretty consistent throughout the year. So yeah, Martin, I sent you the link. I sent it to your personal one, not your Dynasty Pylon. So we got Denver, 2-minute warning. They are on the Jags 18-yard line. Looks like they got Hamler in motion, handoff to Handler on a reverse. Ooh, Hamler just missed the first down. They got him 2nd down and 1. Got out of bounds, though. That was a good run by Hamler. So we are wrapping this up soon. I think I'm going to wait until the end of this game. It's only a 2-minute. They're going to just keep rolling through. Come on. This is where you give it to Sutton in the end zone on that same play that you just ran 5 minutes ago. Look at that. One-on-one on the outside. Get the first down. There we go. First down on the 4 or 3-yard line. Just trying to run the clock a little bit. They're trying to just get that ball all the way down to the, so that the Jags have very little to come back from. So got them down to the 3-yard line. It's going to be a close one. Jags called a timeout, trying to keep them honest, make sure that they are, if they score, they at least have some time to get the ball back. All right. Broncos got it on the 2-yard line, it looks like, and they're running the ball. Oh, Latavius Murray scored. I don't know if that's a good move. They should have kind of just went down. They honestly should have taken a knee for 2 and then ran that play. That was a I don't know if that was a good move on their part. I mean, they get up by 4, forces them to score the touchdown, but Jags have been running all over them. So Murray gets in with the touchdown, makes the game. Well, after the extra point, we'll make it 21-17. Yep, that goes through. So 21-17 to round out that Denver Jags game. It looks like a minute 43 left in this one. Looks like Jags get a rebuttal. They will see what they can do. Yeah. So I'm just going to stay until this game finishes. It should wrap up soon. Figure I'd give you guys some, I can't show you the game, but I can at least talk about it. Not allowed to play it. Remember that from last year. Got us almost kicked off. If you guys have any other start sit questions or anything like that, Rob, I hope this was helpful for you. I would definitely play Boyd and DJ Moore today. I think they're going to be great picks. So make sure you guys throw your questions in the chat if you haven't already. Make sure you guys are aware of our 600 subscriber giveaway. I have it in the ticker below. Also, we will be we're giving away a Gabe Davis signed jersey. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want a Gabe Davis signed jersey? We will be giving this away when we get 600 subscribers. So make sure you guys subscribe to the show. Only subscribers will be able to get this. So make sure you guys are doing that as well. Make sure you guys check out our other podcasts as well with Cody McGoats at the Check Down Podcast. Make sure you guys check them out. They're on every Wednesday, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. I have to change that on my thing. But make sure you guys sub to their channel. The link is in the description below. Make sure you guys check out Colin at WagMe Fantasy as well, wagmefantasy.com. For great articles and a website. I mean, they have really good rankings as well. He also has links to his podcast. They also have Winning with WagMe newsletter. It's a weekly newsletter that they send out. Make sure you guys check that out as well. Also, make sure you guys check out Tim and AJ on the Fantasy Frontline. They are a great channel. Make sure you subscribe to them as well on YouTube. They also are on our channel as well. Make sure you guys check out the link below and make sure you guys subscribe. Oh, wow. Picked by Denver. Looks like this game is over. Wow. Big play by Denver. Big play. That was a huge play. Wow. Good for them. They needed this win too. Oh, it's the Christian Kirk, of course. Underneath. Did he have it? Yeah. Yep. He had it. Forearm underneath. That's an interception, and that will be the game. That will be the game. There's nothing you can do on that there, Trevor. Trevor looking upset. Nothing you can do with that. Nothing you can do, man. That was a tough one. That was a tough throw. He made a really good throw. Corner had a really good catch on that one. So good play by the corner. Christian Kirk got a measly 7 points. Not bad for a PPR league. Nothing crazy though. I know people would want more from Christian Kirk. Ooh, things getting a little chippy. Little chippy. He just had a good burst on it. Trevor Lawrence threw it a little short. Yeah. Good play. Good play by Denver. All right, everybody. I think we're going to wrap this one up. So unless you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat right now. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this thing up and take it home. Thank you for all who listened and all that joined me today. So shout out to Jonathan Smith, Archangel, Dr. Clutch, all those guys, Patrick, as always, Fantasy Frontline. Thank you for joining me today. Really do appreciate you guys coming in and, joining the chat. We will be back tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow at 12 a.m. Eastern. So just after Halloween, we will be here. So check us out tomorrow. We will be back Wednesday as well, and Friday. I'll be sure to be here Friday. So make sure you guys check us out then. And till then, have a wonderful Halloween. Be safe. Everyone out there that is listening, be safe on Halloween tomorrow. Enjoy your week 8 matchups, and make sure you guys do, hope everyone has a great week unless you're facing me. So make sure you guys do well. To Frank, to Dustin, to Anthony, as always, for all the guys on our channel as well. I'll see you guys soon.